Let's roll on into late quiet. Boop. What do we got? Yeah, what do we... Actually, do I have enough toughness? No, I am one short. Our dad has something to say. Looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Dad greets you, looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe a little R&R over in the lounge will help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug. Your dad throws his arms wide. Well, get in here, Tiger Butter. After a long hug, you do feel a bit better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. Aw, I gave his loyalty. No, I want to be an anarchist. Damn you. Damn you. Alright, so we still need one toughness. We can get it from... No, we can't get it from defense training. We get it from studying over here. Biology, reasoning. No. I thought there was something that gave us one toughness. Boy, hug. Sports ball games one toughness. I see. I would rather play in the dirt. I thought that was an item. Yeah, well, I'd rather play in the dirt for toughness then. Shovel that dirt. It's not always shoveling. Sometimes get to control the huge robotic vehicle that has been fitted with a plow. The robo-plow is a massive and intimidating, and can easily grind through rocks or even trees. The colony only has one, so you have to be very careful when you give it instructions. You're tasked with taking a bunch of rocks out of a field and giving the robo-plow to do it. Cal loads up its software on his holopalm, and there's a lot going on there. All these digital gauges and a long list of possible subroutines with parameters to enter. Solana, he says, nervously picking at the interface. Do you want to try doing this? Ooh, control the robo-plow. Use our muscles instead. Two duplicates when drawn. Interesting. So that will instantly give us a 3 of a kind. Let's use our muscles instead. But this would be really good for strength. But I feel like our character, you know, it's nice to be getting in the dirt, but I feel like our character is a bit more cerebral. So we're gonna go with control the robo-plow. Easy peasy. You give it the dimensions of the field you're plowing, the desired depth, and add a subroutine for rock removal, indicating the general size of the rocks. The machine whirs and adjusts its digging tools, then sets to work. You get the field cleared in record time. You and Cal can enjoy a half day off. Shoveling dirt. Random card locked in one slot. Well, Gus, I guess. Hey, Chimera. Ah! Well, you want snacks? Well, it's just too dang bad, because I'm gonna be getting them snacks myself. Oh, we literally got a card that's unchangeable. I see. Actually, what if I go 0, 1... +1. Oh, it's to speech card to the right. Wow, we got really slagged on this. All right, we can pass. Barely. +1 friendship with Cal. Late quiet. All right, so now we should have enough toughness to head out, but our stress is pretty high. So we're going to want to rest before seeing what an expedition entails for us. Such uplifting and hopeful music. Stick! Let's give Tangent the stick. I have brought you a stick. Fang shrugs. You should probably just keep it. I don't even know what to do with that. When you insist she keep it, she shrugs again. Sure, maybe I'll find a use for it. Alright, she doesn't like stick. Alright, let's see if Dice likes food in general. Let's give him the bobber fruit. Thank you, Dice says, clearly unsure about how to react. I'll, find something to do with it. Alright, so he liked the medicinal herbs, so that was his thing. Let's relax on the lounge. And we'll hang out. You know, we haven't hung out with an enemy too much, so let's vibe with her. Hey, friendo, an enemy says. I was just gonna get out of here. You can come with me. I'm gonna play some sports ball. So much for relaxing. The enemy grabs you by the arm and marches you to the sports ball pitch, where she strikes up a game of sports ball that is not strictly regulation. You make up your own rules, even roping her 3 younger brothers into playing. They're young and they kind of suck at stuff, but it's still fun. So we're basically playing Calvin ball. Yes, we can get rid of one of our zeros. Nice. Gotta get those bigger numbers. All right, we are fresh. We are boosted. We are ready to go on an expedition. But before we do, let's check out the bestiary. So, float cow. Float cow. Xenolevis bovidae. These cumbersome-looking creatures are actually lighter than air due to large helium sacs on dorsal and ventral sides. Careful balancing of helium and urine allows them to control their elevation. They produce a salty, high-protein, milky substance for feeding their young that is also nutritious for humans. Popeye. Xenophilus monopodus. A common creature with 2 disparate sets of eyes and 1 strong foot, used for both locomotion and defense. Though harmless, these small warriors can be fierce in groups. Manticore. Xenophilus tyrannus. Highly intelligent and predatory. Their plumage changes according to the season. Their body is comprised of almost entirely of dangerous weapons. Do not approach. I see. Well, I'm tough enough. So you are, Uncle Tonin replies, his voice heavy as he looks at you with pride. You're growing up, aren't you? He nods and pats you on the shoulder, and you know he's thinking of Tammy. Listen, he tells you, I see you're a tough cookie. I'd love to have you on my surveyor team in the future. You have to wait a few more years first. Come see me when you're older. Okay, kiddo? Dejected, you drag your feet as you walk back to the gate. Walk back through the gates to safety. Psst. What's that? You look around questioningly. Psst. It's Dice. He's hiding in some bushes? That's so typical. He puts a finger to his lips and motions for you to follow him. Sure, you figure. Why not? He leads you silently along the walls toward the garrison, then crouches down in the bushes between the sports ball field and the security pavilion to fiddle with something. Suddenly, he's gone. What? You check to make sure nobody else noticed, then scuttle over to where you last saw him. Behind some popflower bushes, there's a drainage pipe in the wall, big enough to crawl through. A heavy grate keeps animals out, but it's loose. You could slide it aside to get through. You could sneak out. If the adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the subaqueous swamps or all the other cool places surveyors get to, well, you sneak through here to explore just outside the colony walls. If Dice does it, how dangerous could it be? boy. All right, let's check the map. Prosaic Plains. Prosaic Plains lie far north to the colony, where the higher elevation and natural tilt of the planet makes bromidic snow fall more regularly in every season. Though prone to sudden storm flurries, the plains are a relatively safe place to explore, filled with mostly herbivorous xenofauna. Excuse me. The Valley of Vertigo is a low-lying trench to the east that's dense with pollen-producing trees. There's a wide variety of edible food here, both plant and animal product, leading to some of the explorers calling this the breadbasket of Vertumna. There are a number of animals here that geoponics would be interested in domesticating. Also, thank you for the hydration, Boba Newt, and welcome on by. I hope you're having a good evening. Western Resting Ridge. This tongue-twisting region is the broken spine of the planet, home to both dizzying heights and abyssal lows. Always hot and arid here, no matter the season. Traversing these steep chasms is dangerous, and only to be done by those with sufficient glider training. However, there are some interesting ruins here to explore. Ooh, calling them ruins? That has implications of that word choice. Subaqueous Swamp. To the south is a vast boggy wilderness, home to dangerous animals and hazardous weather conditions. Exploration in this area is only to be done with extreme caution. Gotta head to bed, get early work. Hey, Tapes. Hope you have a rejuvenating eve. And thanks for stopping on by. Alright. We can get bravery and perception. It does not give us animals. Damn. Let's sneak out to explore. Uh-oh. I got an achievement for that. Oh, fuck me. That feels so dangerous. Events in this area can be done in any order. It won't cause time to pass, but it will increase your stress. Return home via the Expedition's Depot flag or the home button. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance every season. Okay. I see. The colony outskirts. Alright, so I think this is like a roguelike maybe, in that there's going to be like branching paths for triggering events. We want to keep exploring. Alright, so let's talk to Dice. You slipped through the drainage pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone, that is. Look for a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Is that Dice? He turns and disappears into the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dice. Not allowed outside the colony either. Well, let's follow him. You scamper after him through the bush, heedless of branches and brambles scraping at your arms and legs. Without a proper enviro suit, you get all scratched up. Kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dice and can't find his trail again. But you do learn something by trying. Alright, what's this little guy? Is that a Hopeye? Oh my god, look at it! Oh, it looks like it's like a one-legged little rat. Only it's got like eyes for ears. Alright, so it's not like a rat at all, but this is goober shaped. This is a goober shaped creature. Frog bunny, yes. Your way is blocked by a strange small creature with only 1 foot and 4 large eyes, 2 of which blink sideways on top of its head, like frog eyes. Oh, this must be a Hopeye. I've heard people talk about them, but you've never seen one up close. When you try to walk past it, it nips painfully at your heels. When you back off, it just stops and stares at you. Animals challenge? Push past it. Well, we want to play with animals, so let's deal with it. Hey, cat with dragon eyes. I hope you are doing well. Ooh. We can go big this round. We'll take 10 off the top. +1 card to the right. I see. Man, we can almost do a 1. We can almost do a 2, 3, 4, 5, but I can't make a 4. If I do, I could do this. That'll bring us to goal. It'll be 20. I can also do this, which is also 20. Let's do that. Now for all the marbles. All right, so we got a 0. I see. Hold on. 0, 1. Six. No. 2. 1. Nope, that's garbage. Absolute garbage. We can just do a whole bunch of 1s like this. And then do... I do this to get... There we go. We can get 5 1s. Let's do... No! I wanted to get nice and symmetrical, but okay. All right. I think we got this. I think just a little overkill. Ooh, yes, +1 animals. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you hear little squeaking noises from nearby, probably warning you away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. Good stuff, Steak. Steaks. I see a steak over there. See what this does. Some farmland has spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. Nobody's around right now. In fact, it looks a bit abandoned. There's some meager looking crops ready for harvest, but animals are starting to get at them. Can we try to plant something? You're just a kid playing at being a farmer. You mess around for a few hours, planting some things that look like seeds, but it's unlikely any of them will actually grow here. Does this game actually work? Also, I only glanced at the content warnings. I have to learn I don't care about the contents of something. I mean, I always put out content warnings because, you know, some people are more sensitive to certain topics than others. Thankfully, the content warnings, like, they don't go into specifics unless you click on them if you care for it. So you can go in as blind as you want. But it's kind of a narrative-driven game where on an alien planet, you know, we're 10 years old and we're growing up here. The game is going to consist of basically 10 years. Basically, every month we do one major action that we work through for a month. And there are 13 months in a full year. So, you know, 13 actions, 10 years, so 130 actions. And there's various events that are occurring. You know, we're building up skills, we're building up friendships. It's very much life, just living life in this alien world. the character designs have been magnificent, and the game design has been pretty beautiful. And like throughout the various events, there's like little card challenges where we'll draw like a set number of cards. I think it's like about 5 or 6 cards, and then we have to arrange them to try and meet a challenge goal. And each of our cards is actually a memory. So doing certain events, we get certain memories, and then, you know, we can later use those as cards. We only have one way of removing cards from our deck, of forgetting memories. Hopefully we get some other ways, because it's a very kind of wasteful action, because all it does is reduce our stress. So we gotta worry about that. Spot Dice in a clearing, but not before he sees us first. Instead of sneaking away as usual, he stays still as you approach. Like it's totally natural he'd be sitting in the middle of the jungle, so far away from the colony walls. As you think about it, you're a little glad to see him. You are so far away, you can't see the walls anymore. Really weird out here. And it's getting late. Dice stares unblinkingly at you as you approach. Hi, Solana, he says. Your sister's worried about you. He rolls his eyes and huffs. Tangent, he replies incredulously. I doubt it. She only worries about her schoolwork. She doesn't really care. I'm going to show you something cool. And sneaking out will be our secret, okay? He jumps up and walks a little ways into the trees. You follow. Just a few minutes away, the ground drops off, and a large stone outcropping juts over the cliff face. Dice walks right to the edge without slowing. It's a long way down. Come on, he says. Try to be brave. All right, we can wombo these. Or we can do this. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, now we can do a 0, 1, 2, 2. Oh man, I was so worried because we have like nothing. We have barely anything in bravery. It is not a stat that is our strength. Okay, how big of a wombo can we go with this? Not very. We can go 2, 2, 2, 2. Ah, shoot. Well, really, this is icing on the cake anyway, but man, that's a bugger. Oh, we could have scored 17. Yeah. We still got a super goal, so that's all that really matters. Now go to sleep, have a good drink. Yeah, Ice. I hope you have a rejuvenating eep. And again, thanks for inviting me to help co-commentate the speedrun. That was a lot of fun. You bravely step onto the rock and walk out to the edge with Dice. Both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice, and look out at the amazing view. It's incredible. Snap a picture with your hollow palm. You won't share it on the net. This is your secret. Yours and Dice's. Ooh, minus 30 stress. Damn. Ooh. I think a rainbow card, this probably means it's going to apply to any stat. Let's keep exploring. What is this flag? Ah, the end of this area. I see. So we have to backtrack now. Fascinating. At the top of a rise off the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Dice? They look way too tall to be Dice. Maybe another surveyor. You blink and the figure is gone. Must have been our imagination. Wilds are a bit spooky, but you aren't scared. Wrong. I am scared. I am very, very scared. Uh-oh. There's someone over there. Uh-oh, I think it's a manticore. The bestiary said, do not engage with manticores. Flee! Ah! All right, I think we've pushed our luck enough. I think we should go back to the colony and take our action. Oh, it's not actually true. You can go on through there. Go on through where? Are you talking about when I originally ran away from the event and then ran back past the event? You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you eating cereal, she says, turning her nose up at you. I bet you don't even know what day today is. You're right, I don't know. Today, she announces to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. Dice and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, Mars explains, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow. That makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Okay, so I think the Tooth Fairy and Cupid and Valentine's are all getting mixed up here. Cal laughs. Pigs? You don't even have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Dice snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts back, well, nobody was going to pick you anyway. You stink. That's kind of mean, Mars. I mean, it sounds fun, but that's really mean. It sounds like fun, though. Cal nods, clapping his hands excitedly. I'm going to tell the other kids about it, Mars says. So you go around and find your best friend and give them a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day, or it doesn't count. Content warnings reminded you of Digimon Survive. I haven't played Digimon Survive. I mean, I will say it definitely gave an emotional sucker punch. And I don't want to bring up my memories to point it out because I will probably tear up if I look at it. But one of the characters from our childhood that was basically like we basically picked our best friend like partway through the first year, they just died in an accident, and it was just out of left field. And even just mentioning it, I'm getting teary-eyed. This game, I'm really liking it. I think it does a really good of characterizing the characters, and it gets you to care about them very quickly. And it really destroyed me. But I think it's a testament to how well this game is written and designed, that it can deliver such an emotional punch so soon and so quickly. And it certainly is a way to let you know there are real stakes in the events that occur. And your choices can have consequences. Oh, and I don't think I actually mentioned that new emote, the Dreki hug. That is made by the wonderful friend Glottal. He said he was having trouble trying to art it because I'm a worm. I don't really have like arms to do like a hug emote. But the like, you know, commiserate, like butting heads together, like commiserating. I thought it was a nice touch in its stead of hugging. And while we're here, let me give a shout out of the wonderful bean. You know, I wish I knew how to have that not happen on clip shoutouts, but it's happening again. I swear that's a Twitch bug because I've been hearing that it's happening to some other people. I feel like it's not a feature that is being implemented. But Squish Hikari, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're playing some FTL. I hope you're having a good time. I wasn't able to stop by long enough to figure out, but are you playing the FTL mod? The overhaul mod? I heard there was an overhaul mod I've been made aware of recently that adds like hundreds of ships and a whole bunch of new creatures and ships. Multiverse. Thank you, Care Bear Cloud. Yes. It's certainly been interesting. I've thought about taking a gander at FTL again to give it a spin sometime. Funny that you go from sci-fi into here, as this is a pretty kind of sci-fi game as well. But welcome. Welcome to the Ziggurat cast of Odyssey. I hope you enjoy your time here. But if you are coming here from Hikari Squish's wonderful channel and you have neglected to follow the wonderful koi shark, I'm gonna make that easy for you. I pressed a button so you can press a— oh wait, I just shouted someone out and there is a cooldown, so I can't have the quick button. All right, I made it a little bit harder. You're going to need to actually navigate to back to Hikari Squish's channel to follow them, but they're a wonderful gamer, and it is pretty fun over there. You're going for a good number of hours, so Hikari, if you got to raid and run, that is perfectly understandable. Now, I'm the one who has to talk at chat and get up to a shenaniganery. But at the very least, I hope you can take a moment to stand up, elevate yourself, release your piss, imbibe the H2O, perhaps do them at the same time. Don't do them at the same time. Actually, that's a very big mess. I'm not going to have to clean it up. You'll have to clean it up. We're having your real life nickname being Mars. Oh. Well, this is Mars with a Z, so you know, you're kind of safe there. It's a sleep, car work tomorrow. So, ooh. Best of luck building that PC, and don't forget about static electricity, all right? It's a subtle danger. And it is just the worst if you accidentally zap a delicate component. Also, yes, cast of Odyssey, if you don't know me, I am Dreki Ormer, the Draconic Serpent, the Flightless Dragon, or simply a worm on the internet. Let me shrink down. There we go. But yes. We are playing, I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. So this is a visual novel-ish game. It has a bit of, it's very narration heavy, I should say. It's not voiced, so I'm throwing voices. Apologies if some of them kind of slip. I'm not a professional voice actor. I just kind of do things with my voice, and it is what it is. I just like making silly voices. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes I'm consistent. A lot of the times I'm not. I will say this game does have some content warnings. It takes some serious events. If you have potential sensitive topics, the pin should link you to the website where it has a list of all the content warnings. And if you wish to know more in specific on those, you can click on them and it will expand, which I think it will be more specific on things. I will ask if you've played this game or if you go and check any of those, please do not spoil anything for me. I would really appreciate that. I like to go into things as blind as I can. I like to figure things out myself. What else? I think that's about everything. Oh, I guess for the game, we're basically at an alien planet. We are living our life. We're growing up. You know, we started at 10 years old. We've made it to 11. You know, we lived 1 year on this planet so far. The game is going to end when we turn 20. So we have a hard stop, but a lot of things can happen in 10 years of a person's life. All right. Back to the game. I'm gonna tell all the other kids about it, Mars says. So you go around and find your best friend and give them a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day, or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she adds, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. Okay, Marzipan. You know, you were kind of cool when we were on the spaceship, but ever since we established the colony on the planet, like, you kind of been harshing people's vibes. I will say what's really amazing game design wise is being able to click on characters. We get, we get little information. We get their pronouns, in case we forget. It is really great. And there's certainly a good bit of representation that we've seen here so far. Ooh, it looks like a lot of our comrades have something to say next month. Damn, everyone's got something to say. Uh-oh. Something happened? Is something going on? Actually, I think the festival's happening soon. Anemone's kicking a sports ball from foot to foot without letting it touch the ground. She fakes like she's going to pass it to you, then kicks it sideways and runs over to catch it before you can get there. Too slow, she giggles. You want to be BFFs with this silly girl? Oh, right, the Valentine's event. Shoot. This is hard. So Cal so far is our best friend because he's got a green thumb. We've worked with him a lot in the greenhouses. Dice is kind of quiet. We've kind of been trying to become their friend. It's been a bit difficult. Marzipan she's kind of been insulting people and like calling us her minion. Like it's not a vibe I'm really okay with. Tangent is okay. She's pretty cool. She feels a little bit detached though. Anemone is pretty great. She's very energetic and sporty. But a best friend. Now, one concern I do have because they're having a confluence, like they seem to be combining like the Tooth Fairy and Cupid and Valentine's all in one thing. I'm concerned this might be a thing to indicate love interest and not best friend. Like this is a bit of a situation where it's like, I don't know if this is kids being like, you're my best friend, like that in a more adult words, feelings, more emotionally mature situation, we would more define as love interest than just a friend, if you know what I mean. Because like Cal, I would say is our best friend, but I would say they're not a love interest. And it's like, I don't want to put that on the table and have that be a thing that I might pull out from under them later down the line. And this is maybe me way overthinking this because we are 11 years old here, okay? You know what? I think I'm going to go with Anemone because Anemone is, they're very boisterous. They're very, very helpful. And we've kind of been going through some of our recent lesson plans with them. So they're kind of very recent and on our minds of our three people. We're gonna set Anemone as our best friend. We offer Anemone some soy sweets. She stuffs one in her cheeks, then bumps you with her shoulder so hard you nearly fall over. Sounds cool, she says as you rub your arm. Okay, best friend, tag, you're it. Oh, it seems everyone still has dialogue. Oh. Dice is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice you as you approach. Are you okay? Dice glances up at you. Sees your look of honest concern, which seems to make him angry. He frowns in disgust. Such a stupid question, he mutters. You people keep asking that. Just trying to be nice. You feel defensive. Why is Dice always like this? You remember at his 8th birthday, Dice was acting like this. When an enemy asked him what was wrong, he just started crying and ran to the bathroom. And he wouldn't come out. Everybody had to leave early, and you didn't even get cake. Next year, he refused to even have a party. So nobody got cake then either. I wonder what's going on with Dice. Always been a loner. I also wonder what augment is. We have that filled out on our character sheet. Character traits, memories, friends. You know, look at ourselves. Let's just sit down with him and just vibe. You know, sometimes best friends are people you just sit down with and just enjoy your own activities while in the vicinity of each other. And if you want an amazing friend to sit down and enjoy things in the vicinity of, my good comrade, colleague, friend, Bean Luncheon is right here to do so. Bean. Hello, everyone. How was Princess Peach showtime? And while you are amazing them and wowing them with the undoubtedly great game you are playing, I'm going to shout you out because Bean is Benoit and Bean is fantastic and Bean is a good person to vibe with. And if you like Splatoon, they also do quite a bit of splatting themselves. Always a good time over at the Bean Luncheon's space. Somehow ended up in a different stream. Thanks, Switchball. You know, things sometimes be like that, Kaine. But welcome on by, Stumblebee and Kasawa. And Bean, of course. I hope all y'all have been having a fantastic evening over at Bean's place. I hope y'all have a great time over at my place. Bean, I don't know how long you were streaming, but it is hard work. And though I have flown off into the void, as I fly away, Bean, rest, leave a piss, drink a water, eat some lettuce. All I know about, okay, so I don't know what do rabbits eat? 'Cause I think like carrots are, you know, like not actually the thing that rabbits mostly eat. I think they mostly just eat normal vegetables, so like lettuce and stuff. I don't want to say pellets because I feel like that's just too house broken rather than like natural beans and their beanie.
I drink the water, or something, and then I have to go put the water somewhere else 5 minutes later. All hours of the day, all hours of the night, no matter what I'm doing, my life is interrupted by piss.
Congrats on the rare hydrate, Kaine, but I will absolutely drink the water until I need to hydrate. Delicious. How to have a bad time at Bean's place? Yes. If y'all are familiar with this game, please don't spoil anything for me. Thank you. If you are unfamiliar with this game, do note I put a pinned link to a list of content warnings in case you have sensitive topics. They are generalized, but if you click on them, they will expand larger. And if you learn spoiler things from that, please do not bring them up or prompt me with them because I like to stay 100% blind. If you have to roll out because of reasons, that is perfectly okay. Take care of yourself first and foremost. And I'll see you the next time I see ya, you know? It's your bedtime. Thank you, Dreki, for having. Oh, that is no problem, Bean. Have a restful, rejuvenating, wonderful eep. And I'll see you the next time I see you live. But our character right now, we are trying to get to know the loner, quiet colleague Dice. You know, they keep being a little hidden, they keep running off and sneaking away outside of the colony. And, you know, we're just trying to be their friend. Jeez, why anybody so... I'm also trying to be more rebellious. Trying to be a little scamp. But I keep accidentally negating any rebellion I get. And it gives me more loyalty with the adults and the government. So that's annoying. That's annoying. But we decided to just kind of sit down and vibe with Dice. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out at the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but there's a wild and high at your waist. But out there, it's wild and high as your waist. Head Surveyor Tonin is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. Start to wonder if Dice will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've got to go. He starts down the hill and he pauses and says, this is a good spot. Probably come back here tomorrow. Nice. We're finally getting through to Dice. You tell Tangent you know where Dice has been going. Tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle. Not far away, but outside the walls. Tang looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? I'll keep him safe. She eyes you skeptically. Full offense, Solana, but you're just a kid, he replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. All right, I was going to be annoyed that the fact it didn't give me an option as to whether to tell her or not tell her, but I'm glad that like she doesn't immediately rat us out, so that's good.